All right, and here we go. My second live stream of the week, and I'm just gonna wait for everybody to hop on. Just working up some energy. It is a little bit late. It is 10:30 p.m. on a Friday night. I'm sure people have much better things to do than talk about trading. And to be honest, if you are a trader, you should probably be giving yourself a break and not talking about trading. Hey friends. You caught me just as I went live. Just hit start broadcast. Oh, let's get my charts on the screen. What are we doing? What are we thinking? Where are they at? Trading view, where are you? There you are. Okay, beautiful. Why I have Bitcoin on the screen, I do not know. I was just watching Future's video and saw your live notification. Yay! I was wondering if the notifications worked. I'm glad to hear they do. If you guys watched my last live stream, yikes. My voice was mostly gone. I don't even know how I managed to make it through most of that live stream. My voice, you can tell, is still, it's not there. It's still funky, but it's much better. Hi guys. I'm gonna switch the chart. It doesn't even make any sense for me to have Bitcoin on here right now. If anything, we should be looking at this oil that I placed in, this trader placed in oil. I need to log in, but I probably don't. Oh, all right. Well, it logged me in for me. Go away. Okay, yay. I wanted to show you guys this trade, and here it is. We got a short and then closed position. Hi, guys. I am a swing trader, yes. Bitcoin is about to break out. Who needs a break? I've got my eye on Bitcoin. To be honest, I've never traded crypto. I've never traded Bitcoin, but I finally, according to just my analysis, looks like it could be finally a good time to get in. Like, if no one's ever, like, you've waited, you missed out on the hype, you missed out on the crazy lows, like, this very well could be. I'm still like, you know, feeling out the waters. I'm like, I'm trying to base it on just solely my chart analysis, but yes. What other questions do we got? What strategies do you use? I use a singular strategy, and it involves trend lines and support and resistance. So if you guys don't know much of my strategy now, it's trend lines and support and resistance. And let me kind of do some chart analysis and break it down for you guys. My voice is still not there yet. It's still not quite, it's not quite where I want it to be. But I'll show you guys that I had a point A, point B. I'm gonna get rid of my watch list, make the chart a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, that looks about good. I'm gonna leave that on the screen for now until I'm ready to do my chart analysis. But for YouTube view purposes, I'm saving the juicy stuff for last. So we'll go over chart analysis in a little bit. I'm gonna just answer some questions, and yeah, my voice is still not, it's been the most irritating thing, especially as a content creator. Imagine like needing to make content and your voice is gone. It's quite annoying. So I'm trying. It's not so bad now. To be honest, I will still probably repurpose this content into short form, into reels on Instagram and YouTube shorts, even though my voice is not quite there yet, but it's fine. To be honest, I'm okay with it. I also feel weird without my glasses. I usually have my glasses on my head or on me, and I can't find them. I think they're downstairs maybe, but it is what it is. Hey, Richard. Oh, you know what? I did tell everyone I was going to make an announcement on Twitter that I was live, so let me stick to my promise. This is funny watching yourself live on YouTube. Goofy as hell. Share, copy link. I wonder if I just hit share, what happens? Okay. Alright, let's see if this works. Okay. It worked. You know what? And I'm gonna share it to Instagram too. One more second, guys. It seems like it would be a lot better with music in the background, but maybe if you guys are listening to your own music, you won't have to listen to mine. I don't think you guys would like my music, to be totally honest with you. I want to talk as much trading as I can tonight, but it's Friday. Like, why don't we talk about music and zodiac signs and hobbies? I mean, I want to talk about stuff outside of trading also. I mean, I love it. I could talk about trading for hours on end, for days, and I do, but I do want to switch it up a little bit. I'm seeing these comments coming through. I promise I'm going to get to them. I'm just going to let my Instagram followers know that I'm live also. So give me uno momento. All right, share. Okay, here we go. Draw. All right, and then I'm gonna put, I'm live on YouTube. Oh, and then I guess I need to add the link. Sorry guys, hold on. I'm sharing it. I usually don't share it to anyone. I usually will hop onto YouTube and you guys are the only ones that know I'm here. Okay. Copy link, paste, go. Okay. Okay, there we go. I did it. All right, so I've shared it. Now we're good to go. Okay, now I'm gonna go back through some questions, guys. Hi, welcome to the live stream. I'm still trying to figure out, I've been watching some other traders' live streams these past few days. Some of them have like really cool graphics and sound effects and music in the background. I'm not sure if that's what we want. I'm unsure. Also, I think I see my mouse on the screen. I would rather not. I don't want my mouse on the screen, or at least on my face. Give me just a second. I'm gonna make sure I get my mouse out of my face right here. You know what? Doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Hold on, my friends. Okay, we want to make the right shorter. Tori, did you fail Top Step? I did. What is your favorite band right now? I don't know any new bands. I listen to a lot of the same stuff that I listened to in high school, which was like, I was an emo kid, so I listened to Taking Back Sunday, Secondhand Serenade, Dashboard Confessional. Oh, what else did I listen to? Bayside, a lot of screamo bands. Great trade. I made a couple grand this week in the YM. Thanks to you and your uncle. That's so cool, Gregory. That's so freaking cool. I mean, I made 5K today. No, you know what? I take that back. I closed it last night. It was technically last night. In this simple breakout trade here. So that was pretty great. I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to do some chart analysis and break down this trade and show you guys why I placed a short, why I closed it, and I'll explain kind of my strategy, where my stop losses go according to my strategy, and where my take profits are. And to be honest, you guys, my strategy is not like a formula. It's not like, I think this is maybe one thing that's been so weird in this whole like trading industry. It's not like a formula. It's not an indicator. There's not a set, you know, the rules aren't the same every time. It's incredibly intricate and dynamic. And I think maybe that's what's kind of given me my edge. My strategy is so dynamic. It's so intricate, and it's never the same. My stop losses are never in the same exact spot every time. My take profits are never in the same spot. My entries and my stop losses before I even get into a trade, I know that it's going to be a high risk or a low risk trade before I even get into it. Like my stop losses will be different every time depending on where the price is in conjunction to my trend lines. So it's incredibly dynamic. It's not A plus B equals C, you know, or no, this is like it's incredibly intricate. And I think that's maybe what's given me my edge. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back through some more questions now. I have fallen behind. My voice is not quite back yet. I don't know what this is. It's not back yet though. Also, I think these are my, can you see the veins on my face? Oh, never mind. That's just zits. Do you trade on a Mac? No, I actually trade on my phone. So I'm only showing you guys my computer screen because I'm doing a live stream. This trade that I placed in oil was done 100% on my phone. 100%. Like, I trade on my phone. And some people completely knock it and are like totally no way, you're not even a real trader if you trade on your phone. And my rebuttal to that is that my strategy is so incredibly simple that it can be done on a phone. It is literally just trend lines and support and resistance. Like, it can absolutely be done on a phone. So it is what it is. Will Tory buy Pepe coin? I haven't done any crypto. Not to cause beef, but you are worth your weight in gold compared to other traders. I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you. I mean, I'm just, it's easy because I'm just being me. That's all I can say. It's easy because I have nothing, I have no expectations to live up to. I don't have a facade that I'm putting on, so it's easy to do this. It's easy to be who I am, or, you know, convey my personality or my trading or my experience. So I guess that's it. I wake up and trade in bed at the market open. Oh, I've definitely traded in bed. I have placed so many trades in bed. You kidding me? Abso-freaking-lutely. 1 hour time frame. We are looking at the 1 hour time frame, yes. But I will be honest with you, I placed this trade in oil based on the 4 hour time frame. It's just, it gives you more candles, and it's easier to see my entry and exit when I show you guys on a 1 hour. Can you share your risk to reward position sizing methods tips? Yes. So I just kind of already gave you guys like a little introduction to my risk and my reward, my position sizing, my take profits and stop losses, and how they are incredibly intricate and they are different for every single trade. Now, everything that I'm saying is not a recommendation, and it's not me telling you guys how to trade. It's not financial advice. I'm just sharing what I do in my own experiences. And it has given me the success that I have now with trading. So just have to do that disclaimer, just letting you guys know. But there are so many ways to trade. There's so many different ways to trade. There are, indicators you can use. There are formulas, there are strategies that are like, when you see this pattern, you get in here. When you see this setup, you get in here. There is a plethora of just different strategies that you can use, and I am simply just sharing mine. And tonight I had a little bit of an epiphany, maybe a realization, or just like a moment of gratitude. Just how wild is it that with enough dedication and time put into something, you can make a strategy as simple as just trend lines and support and resistance work. So it's just wild. And I never knew that was something to be embarrassed about, using trend lines. I only got that from being involved in the trading community, but my hair looks wild right now. I'm trying to make it work and it's just killing me. Just give me a second. Okay. 4 hours super clean. It's beautiful. 4 hour, just incredible confirmations. There's so much weight. I got an alert from TradingView. It says scheduled crypto maintenance is now complete. It's okay, I don't trade crypto anyways. Okay, let's go through. Have you traded options? I don't have any experience in options whatsoever. I've never traded options. In Miami. No, I'm not in Miami, but the vibe feels very Miami. No, I'm in Nashville. How do you trade so that emotions isn't a factor? That I think comes with time and experience. It's hard to cut that off right out of the get-go, just because money is an emotional thing. I think it maybe depends on how you're brought up, the way, the connection that you have to money. Yeah, I think that just comes with time and experience. Once you do the same thing long enough, the emotion goes away on its own. Okay, going back some more. Do you trade off of horizontal support and resistance only when price crosses, or only when price crosses a trend line? So I will only enter a trade when price crosses a trend line. So the support and resistance doesn't necessarily dictate my entries, but it does help me find my exits. The best trades happen when everyone sees the same trade. I could see that. I have students that take the same trades as I do, and there is nothing as fulfilling and amazing to see that without me telling someone to take a trade, and you see them take the same one, you're just like, yes, you got it. It's pretty cool. I am trying to read through some of these comments. I'm reading first, and then how big is your trading account on futures? So I've talked about this before. I keep my balance at 2,500 or 25,000. I keep my balance at 25,000, and then anything I make above that, I pay myself. So I keep it at 25,000, and then we'll pay myself on top. And I think what's incredible about trading, or something that if you aren't used to or haven't implemented yet, is paying yourself. And if you guys know who Rake Trades is, he's like a huge advocate for this. Just get in the habit of paying yourself. It is going to make a huge difference in your trading. Whether you're down or whether you're just paying yourself to then put back into trading, regardless. And he does a much better way of explaining it, but paying yourself is just huge. Just getting in the habit of paying yourself. And that's kind of essentially how I've built where I am now. I think I'll be getting close to maybe focusing on building my capital now, instead of continuing to pay myself off of that whatever's on top of the 25,000, since I now have more streams of income coming in, and I've got, partnerships and collaborations and course sales and mentorships and, deals on social media. So with multiple sources of income now, I don't need to pay myself as much through my trading. So I think for the next 6 months, I'll work on just maybe getting that 25K to 50K and then do the same thing. So now I've got my $25,000 account. Let's maybe build it to 50,000, and then I'll be paying myself, you know, on top of the 50,000. I'm not there yet, and maybe that's too drastic of a jump, thinking from 25 to 50. Maybe I need to just start with, you know, getting it to 30,000 and then paying myself, you know, anything after that. So we'll see. I'm in a really good position now to where I can consider, you know, not paying myself and building the account a little bit more and then going back to paying myself. But figuring out what I want to get it to is a place where I'm at now. It's a pretty exciting moment. It's a pretty wild ride. Okay, I'm gonna go back to reading some more questions. What broker are you using? I'm using TradeStation, and I have used them for like 5 years, 6 years, maybe even more than that. I've had experience with TradeStation for like 7 or 8 years, but I've had an account with them for much longer. But I think I have an affiliate with them. Let me look for it. Hold on. Oh my God, but they are like tried and true, absolutely trusted. My uncle traded with them before even I did. They've been around for freaking ever, but I trade futures with TradeStation. Let me see if I can find the affiliate link. Okay, let's see what we got here. Carl. Am I in the right spot? No, I'm not. One second, guys. I'm gonna look for this affiliate link. It's very quiet. Okay. No, 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 no. No. Ah, bummer. Can't find it. That's kind of a bummer. I should really have that. Let me try to find it here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh well. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I know where it's at. Yes, I am still swing trading. Aww. That's my little sister. Can't see it. She just sent me a picture. Okay, I have it on my profile. My bad, guys. My bad. Also, my brain. Whew. It's kind of gone. All right, copy link. Beautiful. All right, we are going to remove this person. Bye. There's something satisfying about removing somebody from a chat. Let me just tell you what. Okay, sorry guys. We lost train of thought, but okay. I trade. I think that was pretty important to get that on there. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of people viewing, and I get paid through affiliate links, just to make sure that we're very transparent about that, so it makes sense to add that in there. Okay, what time frame do you look at most when it comes to making your trend lines? 4 hour. What were your first 2 years like trading? Oh, they were incredibly inconsistent, frustrating. It was tough. It was so tough. I was inconsistent. I was working part-time jobs, and I would take like weeks off of trading. Sometimes like a whole month. And it just, if you don't have that consistency, you're not going to get it. It's just like the same with working out. If you're trying to get like this ultimate beach body or like get ripped. You can't just not work out for a whole month. Like, you gotta have that consistency, which is also where I'm at right now. Have you tried Apex Trader Funding? I've never tried them. Congrats, where's the party tonight? This is the party, what's up? What I would a? Are you planning on trading options in the future? No. I don't think I'll ever need to trade options. I don't have the conviction. I'm not remotely interested in trading options at all. And that would be quite a learning curve trying to figure that out. What do you think of Rake Trades? Coolest dude in trading that I know. Hands down. How often do you come across takeouts? I think maybe that meant fake outs. How many contracts do you trip? Come on, brain. How many contracts do you typically trade? And any tips for getting comfortable trading larger sizes? I will usually trade anywhere between 1 and 3 contracts, depending on if the trade is a high risk or a low risk trade. Some tips that I have to getting comfortable trading larger positions would be, if you're using TradingView, there's an option to where you can have it show you the amount of ticks or pips that it's moving, or even percentage versus the money that you're making. And I think maybe making that slight change could make a huge difference, because it'll be the same trade that you're used to, same movement, same amount of pips or ticks, whatever you're trading, or percentage, but you just won't see the money that's involved into that bigger position. Do you trade Forex? I don't trade Forex, no. What broker are you using? I'm using TradeStation. Hi, friends. There's problems to shadow trading. I don't know what that means. Oh. Yeah, like if you're just trading based on watching someone else place trades, I think that's similar to like signals. If you're only taking signals from someone and you're not actually learning how to place the trade yourself, I just think that you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, regardless, even if you're just, I don't know how to, I feel like I always have to put a disclaimer on stuff or like defend myself, or just, I genuinely think it's better to learn on your own. I mean, imagine the feeling being able to look at any chart, and place or do your own analysis on it and come up with a decision yourself, instead of having to rely on someone else making the right decision or waiting on a signal. I think being able to do your own chart analysis is incredible. Absolutely, hands down. Are you planning? Oh, I already went over that one. What time frames do you look at the most? 4-hour time frames. Haven't watched you for a while now. How's the Top Step going? Hi, Tom. I haven't been as intentional. I think my number one problem that I'm having with trading a prop firm is that it's so much easier to make money on your own personal account that I almost don't even have the motivation to try to trade a prop firm. So that's what I'm struggling with. I am truly struggling with just being consistent and actually giving it an honest effort. In all honesty, that is what I'm struggling with. I think jumps of 10K would be best. I think you're right, Marvin. Making like, I'm keeping my capital at a 25,000 balance. I think aiming to do like a 10K jump, like 35K, and then leaving it there. I think that's fair. Instead of trying to go from 25 to 50, that's quite significant. I think increments of 10, maybe even 5, because I know that I'm probably going to have that temptation if I get it to 10 to go ahead and pay myself and put it back to that 25K, you know, which is what I've been doing recently. So I think maybe that slow snowball effect will help. Are you going to record the summit event? Absolutely. I'm going to get so much content from that. Oh, it's going to be so freaking cool. I'm so excited. I spent all day yesterday trying to find outfits for the event. I'm like, okay, I'm going to Miami. There's like a yacht party. What am I going to wear when I'm being a moderator? I'm going to be speaking at the event. Like, do I need to wear a blazer? what am I gonna wear? Like, I'm trying to find a dress for the, oh man, I'm very excited. I'm so excited. Got to scale to 1,000 lots somehow. Ew, I think I just snotted a booger. How old are you and how long have you been trading? I am 30 years old and I've been trading for, God, I think it's 8 years now. 8 years. 84 years. Do emotions make you biased when you win or lose? How do you overcome a bias after a win or loss? How do you feel after giving profits back the next day after winning? A lot of questions. Okay, let's start with the emotions part. I'm going to be honest, I think it just comes with time and experience. Once you do the same thing over and over again, the emotions will become less involved. I truly think that's, because it's just, you can't tell someone to not be emotional. You can't do it. You can't do it. I think it just comes with time and experience. But does it give you a bias after winning or losing? Yes. It does. When my rule of thumb, and I talk about this a lot, is there are normal losses that you take in trading. Normal ones that are according to the strategy, even a part of the process that you take, and you're just like, yeah, that was, I got the signal, tried the trade, took the loss, didn't work, it's fine. But then there are losses that you feel weird about. And as soon as I start feeling weird about it, and it's not just like a, yep, this is an as per usual, I'm taking the loss, this is a normal loss, this is part of the strategy, I even was aware of this and ready for it whenever I got into the trade. If I feel anything outside of that, any anxiety, any resentment towards this trade, I'm like, no, I'm done. You're done looking at the charts. It's almost like you've lost your privileges. Sorry. So that is kind of my telltale. As soon as I feel strange about a loss, I'm done. I'm off the charts. Off the charts. That's funny. Okay. Let's see what else we got. What time frame do you look at the most? 4-hour time frame. So do you stick with 1% risk and keep it safe while YouTube and other sources increase your monthly income? So no, regardless, my trading hasn't changed because I have other sources of income. Well, no, take that back. My trading has changed significantly. As far as being able to hold winners longer, oh my God, it's so freaking cool. So freaking cool. But as far as what I'm risking, it's no different. When I get into a trade, it is exactly the same. Now, my risk and my take profits and my stop losses, I talked about this a little bit at the beginning of my live. My strategy is so incredibly dynamic. It is all dependent on where the price is in conjunction to my trend lines. So if the price is a little bit farther than one of my trend lines, I know that this is a higher risk trade, so my risk to reward is going to be a little bit different. My stop loss is going to be a little bit more. If the price is very close to one of my trend lines, or the price is, at least a lot closer when it crosses, then my risk is going to be so much more less. Take profit probably will be farther. Stop loss will be so much closer. So it's a low risk trade when the price is closer to my trend line. So it's incredibly dynamic, and I'll try to explain it better in a way as we go through this live and as I answer more questions. And eventually I'm going to do a little chart analysis and show you guys why I got into this trade, where my stop loss was, or my take profit was. So we'll get into that in a minute. I still have a hum. I'm sorry, guys. It's probably this shitty ass microphone. You're just gonna have to get over it. I used to have a really nice, I have my Supreme mic right over here, but I don't have a stand for it right now, so like I'd have to literally sit here and hold the microphone. That would probably be a lot better audio, but I mean, I could play some background music if that would help. Are you still gonna swing trade? Yeah. Yacht party. Females have it so easy. What are you talking about? What do you think got me on this yacht party? What? You weirdo. There's also gonna be other people there. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you weirdo, but what did that have to do with anything? I just enjoy looking for dresses for it. Whereas every other guy that's going to the yacht party probably doesn't care as much as I do about what they look like. Why I even gave that response. Hi, Andy. Wait, is that Andy who I think it is? It might be a different Andy. Maybe it is. But hi, Andy. Cannot be taken on a broker. 2,000 lots. Hi from Germany. Do you have a Discord? I finally have one in the works, believe it or not. I've been saying it forever. I've been saying that I'm going to get into one, but I am actually going to be getting into group coaching. I've had an incredible demand for one-on-ones, and I've taken on as many students as I can. But as like my social media is growing, as my trading is getting better, it's like this snowball effect. So now I'm going to try to transition to group coaching. So I have to have a Discord for that. Interview your uncle. Oh, I absolutely will. I mean, I plan to. He lives in Florida, and I haven't been to Florida in so freaking long. I just don't go out there. Oh, but I'm going to Miami. He's in Jacksonville, so I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not going to go anywhere near Jacksonville when I go to the FX Summit in Miami. But it is absolutely, I promise you, will come one day. You get to a point after being consistent where you really just see the same setups over and over again. Yeah, that's exactly right, Quentin. Over the years, have you tried any other strategies? Oh, okay, that's a beautiful question. And I've got to be honest with you, no. I think this is what I think it is, okay? One, I possess an incredible amount of discipline. I do. With certain things in my life. Waking up early? No, don't have that in me. But when it comes to, simulating for an entire year before I actually went live, sticking to one strategy, like when it comes to my trading, oddly, incredibly disciplined. But I think what helped with that discipline is that a lot of traders, they get into trading or they learn from like a guru or a mentor, and they can only see the results or, reap the benefits, or they can only see this mentor, this person online, from an online presence, from social media. I think since I had an uncle and I had an actual family member where I could see literal bank statements, trading accounts, I saw his lifestyle. Like I saw the actual tangible, physical rewards that I could reap if I just stuck to the strategy. So if I just did exactly what he does, I have a literal physical representation of exactly what my life could be like by doing what he says. So I think that's what's kind of given me my discipline is being able to have a mentor that I can physically see. I can see his lifestyle. I can see, we're not that close now. Like my trading, I don't call him up every day. I've been doing this for 8 years now. So yes, the first few years I was texting him all the time. I'd call him after almost every trade. I lived with him for a year when we started learning. So at the very beginning of the process, we were a lot more in contact now. But I don't see the trades as much anymore. I don't see his accounts anymore. But regardless, like I think the fact that I saw it, I just saw it all in person, in real life. I saw the tangible, there is a word I'm looking for that's not there yet, but results of just what I would get. No, the yacht is not mine. You guys, if you guys have followed me on social media, you know that I am the realistic day trader. I'm not the one that has the yachts or the Rolexes or the nice cars. Like this took me 8 years just to get, to where I am now. Like I'm just a transparent trader and I'm realistic. So it's so funny. Some people, I don't know where they got maybe that idea that I am this crazy millionaire girl trader, and I'm not there yet. But you guys get to at least see this journey. Okay, all right, we're going back. Okay, but that was an excellent question. Have I tried other strategies? And the answer is no. I truly stuck to this one. It's crazy. Now oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many times that I thought that I'm like, there's gotta be something that my uncle is doing that he didn't show me. There's gotta be. Like I'm not seeing it. I don't get it. I wanted to try different strategies. I was like, I would get angry sometimes and I'd be like, there's gotta be something he's not showing me. And then it just turns out like I needed the consistency. I needed the conviction. I needed the confidence. Like it's just, so yeah, there's that. Okay, going back to some more questions. Futures better than Forex. What's the difference? I didn't give Forex enough of a shot to say one is better than the other. I found an incredible love for futures, so I'm sticking with it. Do you wait for a specific time, higher volume, for confirmation? No, I don't use volume to indicate my confirmations. The hum is very low. I just noticed when you mentioned it. Oh, okay, good to know. Oh, Andy Peters. It is the Andy I'm thinking. Okay, I think it is. I feel like I need to click on you now just to see. I'm not sure. Let me go back. Wow, I'm missing a lot. Okay. I'm weird, but is that yacht yours? No, it's not. Y'all crazy. I ain't the rich trader. I ain't the one. That ain't me yet. I am aspiring to be. God, I can't. Could I possibly have a yacht one day? I don't see it. I mean, that'd be crazy cool, but I don't see it. Maybe I will have a cool car. Okay, sorry. Oh, well, thank you, Andy. I appreciate you so much. It's cool having you on here. What is your highest win and your highest loss? My biggest win was in March. If you guys go to the community section of my YouTube channel, I posted my win, and it was a $10,000 profit in oil. It was so cool. A few things that I have learned from that. I learned a lot from that win. So the first thing that I learned is to do not show your friends and family an open position, especially if it is the biggest winner you've ever had. Don't do it. Oh my dear God, don't do it. I cannot put the blame on them solely, but I can say that they absolutely had a lot to do with the influence of me closing it. As soon as I showed them, they were like, you need to close that right now. $10,000? If I had $10,000, I would have closed that a long time ago. I'm like, well, first of all, you wouldn't have had $10,000 a long time ago because it wouldn't have made it there. But they absolutely influenced my decision to close that trade when, according to my strategy, it did not say I had any reason to close that trade. So those are just some things that you learn from big winners. Oh, but my biggest loss was a $7,000 loss. And that was like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, that $7,000 loss. Okay. Going back, please explain how you do swing trading. Like once the alarm goes off, that's the only time you stare at the charts. Yeah. So you can see here, I've got two trend lines on the screen. I got a downward red trend line and an upward green trend line. Well, at one point, oil, one moment please. At one point, oil only had two touch points, 1 and 2. So I was not even looking at the charts. I had an alert set on this trend line, and we'll say, hours go by, hours. I'm not looking. I'm not even concerned. I'm not even watching the charts, and boom, my alert goes off. And now I'm looking at the chart. So now I get an alert, and it probably says something like oil's headed down or oil crossed an upward trend line on a 4-hour time frame. So I will now pull up my phone. I'm like, okay. Now I either get into my position. It won't show it, I think, since I'm in bar replay, but I got into my position. I got into my short position. As long as the price stayed below this downward red trend line, which means as long as the price of crude oil continued to trend downward, I stayed in my short position. And it worked, and it stayed down. And then I closed it on that candle right there, which was an area where it's gotten close to before. I'll show you guys in a little bit where it's hit before, but let's see if that. There we go. So now you can see entry, exit right here. Also, I don't remember what question I was answering. Oh, if I only get into my trades or look at my charts when my alerts go off, and the answer is yes. Okay, what is How do I think you got invited to the yacht party? Why am I still giving this person? I got invited because I'm a trader and I'm fairly good at it. Has nothing to do. If I was a regular ass chick, what would I have to do on a Forex Summit yacht party? Not diddly. Also, I'm not an Instagram model. I don't do that. I don't get invited to yacht parties. I don't know what you guys are talking about here. Where do you place your initial stop loss upon entry? So my stop losses will be placed where the price is in conjunction to my trend lines. So, and it'll depend on if, an upward trend line gets crossed or a downward trend line gets crossed. So let's say in this case, my upward trend line got crossed. So my stop loss goes on the other side of the downward trend line. So as long as the price of oil continues to trend downward, my stop loss will go on the other side of the downward trend. If that makes sense. Hi guys, my voice is not quite back yet. It's not back yet. Okay, let's see what else we got. If you can't be off. Thanks guys. In a 4-hour time frame, what will be the risk or stop loss, recent swing high or low, entry candle high or low? I don't know if I understood the question. Hi Caltrix. My voice is not back yet. It's close, but not there yet. Okay, hold on. Alright, then I'm gonna just have to get this person out. He's being a douchebag. Okay. Okay. Can you recap your strategy? Darn, hold on. I gotta go back, guys. Man, how did I miss this many questions? Okay. I missed a lot. Hold up. Okay, can you recap your strategy? I will towards the end once I'm kind of done answering questions. But yeah, I will. Make sure you talk to your uncle more than just trading. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I absolutely should. You're definitely right. I could do better. Jimmy, oil or corn? That's a joke. I hate corn. I love oil. And to be honest, what's funny, so I posted a reel today that was talking about my favorite instrument to trade, and I don't know why I decided platinum over oil. To be honest, I bet you I probably just took a loss in oil. It's like, having mixed feelings about it. Oil is truly my favorite. It truly is. That's kind of where I've gotten my reputation in the futures market or in trading in this industry, is because I trade oil. And I truly love it. I had, oh gosh, one of my best months ever when I first got into trading. I remember it was because I traded oil for a month. I think it was like, we're in 2023. I think it was like in 2021. 1, 2, 3. No, it was even before that. Wow, it was like 2020 or like 2019, one of those. But I had one of my best months, and it was in oil. And like ever since then, I was like, I love this. I love everything about it. You have a bike at least. Oh yeah, I definitely have a bike. And I haven't ridden it in a very long time. I haven't ridden my bike in so long. Cash flow equals freedom. Absolutely right. Material stuff just owns you. And then you have to maintain it and mow the grass. Absolutely right. Why have you never traded options? I don't know. My uncle never traded options, and to be honest, he was my mentor and kind of showed me the way, and he never taught me how to trade options, so I never felt the need to. Next one. Okay, in a 4-hour time frame. Oh, I remember I already read that one. I didn't know. All right, we have 200 people. Can you walk us through your trade? All right, I get it. I'm gonna go through a few more of these and then we'll get into the nitty gritty. I know you guys are waiting for it. I appreciate you, Blaine. Thank you. Joseph, I am a Leo. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but I am. My biggest loss was $180. I'll take it. So what's your strategy? Bruno, you gotta do some research first. Come on now, before you start hopping up in here. Hey friends. Okay, all right, so we don't have too many questions now. That was your 10K trade. Not this one here. This wasn't my 10K trade. The downward trend line worked magically. Absolutely it did. It was a beautiful move. How many contracts do you trade? Is it always the same? No, it's different. Some of my trades are higher risk, some are lower risk, and the lower risk ones, like this one, absolutely, I went in 3 contracts. I went in 3 deep. I was like, yep, this is a very low risk trade. If it doesn't work out, I'm not going to lose very much. So, absolutely. Thank you, Gabriel. Okay. I've never traded futures. I'm a crypto trader. Well, I have never traded crypto, and I'm a futures trader. So we are the opposite. Okay. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. I know that's why you guys are here. So this isn't a very complicated trade. It's going to be incredibly easy to explain this. So here we go. I'm not going to be able to see many of these questions or comments, so you're just going to have to pause for a minute and we'll go through this. So let's talk about, here we go. Okay, so first let's talk about, I had a lot of questions on one of my, on the subscription section of my Instagram. So people pay $10 a month to see kind of a different side of my Instagram. It's a lot more personal. Like, I don't care how I look on it. If I'm waking up in the morning, I'm just gonna be like, hey friends, got into a trade. So it's a lot more personable. There's less pressure. There's a hell of a lot less people. So it's people that, pay $10 a month. So I know that it's people that genuinely invest in me and what I have to say. So I put a lot of effort into it. I put a lot of effort in the least amount of effort way. Like, I just don't have to get up and get ready for it. So it's nice. But I had a question in there that was like, okay, well, first of all, how many pips was this move? So I posted this exact trade and they're like, how many pips are this? So first of all, when it comes to futures, there's just a little bit different lingo. So when you're trading Forex, you're trading based on pips, and when you're trading stocks, you're trading based on shares, and when you're trading futures, you're trading based on contracts. So these are contracts, and got that messed up. With Forex, you're trading lots. With futures, you're trading contracts, and with stocks, you're trading shares. So a lot of different lingo when it comes to what you're trading, or how many of whatever instrument you're trading. And then we can talk about kind of the price movement or the fluctuation. So when it comes to shares or the stock market, you can talk about the fluctuation based on like cents or dollars. How many dollars did it move? How many cents did it move? When you're trading Forex, you can talk about the pips. How many pips did it move? Did it move 200 pips? Did it move 50 pips? And then when it comes to futures, it's called ticks. Why these are all different, I do not know, but these are ticks. So you can see that I sold at 72.24 here, and I bought my contracts back at 70.40. So I believe that was 180. It was 184 ticks. So that's how much it moved. So if we were to not even look at, how many contracts I went in or how much I made, you can just see that it moved. This trade that I placed moved 184 ticks. And now each one of these ticks is $10. So if you times 184 by $10, that's 1,840. So let's say that you got in one contract and you placed this exact trade. You could have made $1,840. Pretty cool. But I placed 3 contracts. So I went short 3 contracts. So you times that 1,840 by 3. So on this trade, I made $5,520. So this was a $5,000 trade here. Doesn't look like much, doesn't look like a huge move, but that is also maybe because, I placed 3 contracts, went short 3 contracts. So if you break it down to, maybe you only traded 1 contract, then you would have made $1,840. So it's nice to see kind of the different aspects of it. If you had traded it, if I had traded it, if I had traded less contracts, how much do you make per tick when it comes to futures? So it's $10, and we're looking at crude oil mini. So the micro is a lot cheaper. I want to tell you guys also how much this trade cost me. So let's go over that really quick. I'm gonna be honest, I have to look it up because I don't know. Okay, so we're going to crude oil. Crude oil. Okay, we're going to the mini. We'll go over the micro next, but right now let's go over the mini. Okay, so if you want to trade just 1 contract of crude oil mini, it costs you $6,380. So that's how much it costs to just trade 1 contract of the mini. I traded 3, so that cost me $12,700. Whoops, that's not right. There we go, 3. Okay, that cost me $19,140 to place that trade. So just to put it into perspective, 1 contract versus 3 contracts for the mini. Now let's go over the micro. Micros are what I started trading at the beginning of my journey. Micros are great. Let's go over micros and I'll tell you why. Micros are excellent. I kind of recommend them for beginners. They're so cheap. Okay, now we're going to go to micro crude oil. All right, if you want to trade 1 micro contract, it costs you $638 to just hold 1 micro contract in crude oil. Let's say you want to trade 3. It costs you $1,914. So that kind of gives you an idea of the micros versus the minis. Significantly cheaper. You can kind of scale in and scale out with the micros. My voice is getting really scratchy. Hold on. So that is the difference between the micros and the minis. There was finally a time, the time when I actually made the transition from micros to minis is when I realized I'm using 10 micros too often, when I could just be trading 1 mini. And it made sense for a while because I did like the opportunity to be able to scale in and scale out. Using the micros is an excellent way to do that. You just have to understand that there might be a little bit more commissions involved because you do have to pay per contract. So understanding that, and understanding that, you do have the ability to scale in and out when you're trading the micros. And then once I finally was just consistently trading with 10 micros, I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense. I need to be trading with just 1 mini now. So then I made the transition to minis, and now I'm trading multiple minis. So that transition will come, but I traded micros for a very long time. I'm gonna say probably 3 years, maybe a little bit more. I don't have an exact number, I'm not super sure, but I traded micros for much longer than I've been trading the minis. So just to give you guys an idea on that perspective. Okay, now we're gonna get into why I placed this trade. So I traded trendline trading strategy. It's incredibly simple, it's elementary. To be honest, at one point I was embarrassed how simple it is, but outside of social media, I'm incredibly confident in this strategy, regardless of what people say about this strategy. So I'll show you guys, I trade the breakout. Now I'm gonna show you guys where I would have gotten faked out a few times here in oil. So my trend line was not always here at this point A, point B. At one point, it was, here, here, here. Here would have been a good one. It did fall pretty good. But I'm always moving my trend lines. I'm consistently moving my trend lines because I am always looking for the new trend. In case oil is gonna break out of this downward trend line that it's been following along for a while now. Let's see how long it's been following this. Since the 13th of April. So almost a month. Oil has been trending down for an entire month. So I am ready when oil decides to no longer trend downwards, when it decides to change directions. I want to be ready and I want to already be prepared. I want to have a trend line already set. So the reason that I do keep moving this is because I'm waiting to see when oil is finally going to break out. Now it's not breaking out. Oil is rolling over, it's continuing downward, it's continuing in this downward trend. So what's cool is all the while that I'm looking for the next uptrend, when the uptrend gets broken and it proves to me that it's not changing direction and it is continuing on this downward trend, that's my entry. So I'll show you guys the entry, if this is making sense for you guys. So all the while I'm looking for the next upward trend, I'm also getting signals to then go short. So once the price of oil crossed this upward trend line that I thought was going to be the new move, the next trend, it wasn't. I said, okay, that's not. Now I got a signal to go short. I didn't take this move, but I did get the signal to take this short when it crossed here. And as long as the price stayed below this downward trend line, which is where my stop loss is on the other side of, I'm happy and I'm comfortable in this position. Now there was a point where I get in, it went sideways, even went against me at one point, and then finally fell. But that entire time I'm in that trade, I'm completely comfortable because until the price breaks out of this downward trend line that it's been following along, I'm comfortable, I'm happy. I'm not even concerned. So even this drawdown here, I'm completely comfortable with it. Now, since the price is so close to this downward trend line, it was a low risk trade for me. So I went in 3 contracts. Now, if I had gone into a short position, we'll say back here. Back here we got point A, point B, even a third touch point and then crossed. Look how far away the price is in conjunction to that downward trend line. Significantly far. I wouldn't have gone short 3 contracts here. This would have been a higher risk trade. So if it didn't work out, it would have had to not only pull back to here, but cross this downward trend line in order for me to be thinking, okay, I need to take a loss and get out of this position. So if that kind of puts things into perspective here. So here we've got point A, point B, price crossed, and then fell down nice. Now the take profits, I'm looking for areas where the price has gotten to and then turned around. In the past, it's gotten close to this 69.70 area here. Let's see if it did even before then. No. So in the past, it got close to it here. It got close to it here as a area of support. So it acted as resistance here, resistance here. To be honest, we haven't gotten much of a hit from the other side as support until not too long ago, just today. It kind of acted as support. It's breaking through it though, so it's not really, this area of take profit isn't as impactful. It's not as important. It's barely had even 2 touch points. So the fact that I closed it was, I'll be honest with you guys, almost solely because it was close enough to this last high that it hit here, and I was up 5,000 bucks. So I was like, you know what? I've been in this trade long enough. It's close enough to this area that I was looking for, which was closer to 60, where it hit back here in March and hit over here the beginning of May. It was close enough to that area that I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close and take that profit. So, and it actually may have even, if I had let the take profit go and actually get to that 69.89, it got awfully close. I'm not sure if it actually hit it, but it came quite close. So regardless, it would have hit anyways. But that is the exact reason why I got into that trade and where my stop loss would have been. Now that we've kind of done a little bit of chart analysis, I'm going to go back to some questions here and see if I can answer them for you guys. Okay. All right, going back and answering some questions. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. You just made my night. All right. Okay, I'm going back to seeing if I can answer as many questions as possible. Okay, Gabriel, what do we got? Caltrix, I don't use any indicators. Oh, I don't think I'm in this conversation. Dave, what do we got? When can you consider the breakout? When can you consider the breakthrough is valid And are you looking for a particular candle formation? No, I'm not looking for any patterns or any candle formations. I'm just looking for breakouts of trend lines. So I'm either looking for the bounce or the break of a trend line. I always recommend, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't wait for the retest or wait for the candle to close. I'm sorry, but I don't. Now I recommend it. I definitely recommend wait for the candle to close. Wait for that retest to happen. I just don't. I try to capitalize on as many of the opportunities as I can, as many of the breaks as I can. There are times where I've seen, a break happen and it never retests. It never does. Or that candle will just shoot down and that thing just keeps going. So by the time you get in and wait for it to close, it's too far. So I've gone through these experiences too much to realize that I want to be in position for as many opportunities as I can, so I enter upon break. Now I have my risk management in set. So if this is a fake out, if it doesn't work, I have everything in place. Are you a fan of gaming? Oh my God, yes. To be honest, it's probably best that I didn't end up gaming in my adulthood, but I was a Guitar Hero fanatic. Zelda, Spyro. I wish I had gotten more into Final Fantasy, but I didn't. What else? Crash Bandicoot. Mario. The Lion King. Mortal Kombat. Tekken. All those things. Alright, what else do we got? I agree about moving averages, but I do believe the key to Tori's success is the simplicity. Yeah, I could say that. I could see that. I don't knock indicators whatsoever. I know that there are plenty of other strategies out there that are incredibly successful, and there's probably some that are better than mine. There's actually not probably, there are definitely some strategies that are better than mine. But I have mastered this and have done it for so long, and I can appreciate the simplicity of it so much so that I have found, profitability and consistency within this simplicity. So this is almost like the handoff for it. I'm probably making less money because I am using a strategy that is so simple. But I understand that, and I am aware of it, and I am taking it. That's my explanation for it. There's so many better ways to word that, but you guys get the point. I did start with stocks also. So a lot of my, the base of my strategy or my entire trading career is built off the stock market. I remember watching, Netflix back in the day, Amazon back in the day. Wow, I probably have screenshots of when it was so much lower. It's crazy. Apple, Home Depot, Priceline. Those were my main. Facebook and Ford. Those were my main guys that I would watch way back in the day when I first started. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Okay, you were one of the first, if not the first person I've seen that is genuinely helping, expecting nothing in return. Thanks, Umar. I entered the short yesterday at the pullback and I'm holding it over the weekend. Nice. Do you ever close over the weekends? I do for the most part, and oh my God. So I'll show you guys what oil did not this past weekend, but the weekend before. It made an incredible gap up. Now, I'll be honest with you, I think I remember going back, I don't think I've ever seen oil gap like that, ever. I've never seen it happen. Let's go into the 4 hour just so we can get a better idea. I just don't think I've ever seen oil gap like that. Now, it was a rule of thumb for me even before I saw this gap. Oh man, I just moved I just moved this line. I don't even know where it was. Whatever. Is there an undo button? No. Okay, it's fine. But even before this gap happened, it was almost a rule of thumb for me. Just go ahead and close out before the weekend. You never know what happens over the weekend. I knew gaps were possible in the futures market, but I hadn't really seen them happen. But after seeing this, that could take some people out. That could, depending on some people's position sizes, that could blow some accounts. So it almost kind of solidified it to go ahead and make sure my trades are closed over the weekend. There are times and occasions where I do hold over the weekend, but for the most part, I'm out. I'm out on Fridays. Is it only trend lines, or are there any other instruments showing on the charts? It is just trend lines and support and resistance. Gabriel, don't need to get rich, just want consistency. That's all I want, to be honest. Same here. That's all I want. That's all you can ask for, just some consistency. How do you feel about options? I don't have an opinion. I've never traded them. I've seen people have incredible success in options. I don't have any experience with it. Oh, Andy, also, we're both in Tennessee. Just want you to know that. Definitely got to meet up. I know you're, where are you at? I think you're Knoxville? I could be wrong, but I'm in Nashville. What else do we got? Undo button. Oh, there was one. Thanks. It's too late now. I deleted it. Oh, well, I guess I could probably hit it again. I appreciate you guys keeping me young. Keeping me with the times. What else do we got? How long did you hold this trade? Let's see, because I truly don't know. I think it was over a day at least. So we're looking at the 4-hour time frame. I got in Wednesday, May 10th at 9 p.m. That sounds about right. And then I held it until the 11th. Is that right? Wednesday, May 10th. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. Okay, that's right. The 10th. And I held it until the 11th at 2100. I thought you only trade when you get notifications. My Apple Watch has been dead for a while. I still get my notifications on my phone. Oh, you're Chattanooga. Or no, you're 30 minutes outside Chattanooga. Nice. Yeah, I'm in Nashville. Hit me up on Insta. I'll tell you where I'm at. We should definitely link up. Oh my God. You're at Bar Taco right now? Are you kidding me? I'm literally going to go see you. Oh my God, that's so funny. I freaking love Bar Taco. Wow, that's hilarious. Bar Taco is my freaking favorite. They have these new like jerk chicken tacos. So good. That's so funny. How do you spot fake outs? So I know a lot of people were asking me this, and I think maybe I worded it wrong or it didn't come off correctly, but I don't avoid breakouts. I can't. But I have my risk in place and I have my trend lines in place so that if I do get caught in a fake out, I'm not like devastated. I'm like, okay, this was part of the process. You got me, haha. So it's like, I think maybe I worded it incorrectly when I was talking about fake out breakouts. I don't avoid them. So I just want people to know that. I can't spot a fake out. Now, there are ways that you probably could, like avoid getting caught in one, is maybe waiting for the candle to close or waiting for the retest. Those are two great ways to kind of avoid getting caught up in the fake out. But as far as being able to identify them as they're happening, I don't avoid them. I'm not able to do that. Have you ever looked into ICT content? I haven't. I've never looked into it. I've heard a lot about it. I don't have an opinion just because I haven't done enough research on it. So let's see what else we got. I was there in an aha moment that led to you from being profitable using your trend line strategy. Oh wait, sorry. Was there an aha moment that led you from being profitable? Can you explain what exactly was the aha moment? Okay, I was just talking about this tonight, and I think it's like moments like tonight. Oh, I kind of want to go over my TradeZella tonight too with you guys. Give me a moment. I'm going to pop it up on the screen. I got to get rid of all these dresses that I'm looking at for the FX Summit. Let's go over my TradeZella for the month. this is that, but that was a great question, and this is what I was going to kind of talk about too. So, oh, what's going on? Okay, great. All right, I'm going to try to show this to you guys. Give me a second. I'm going to put it on my OBS. I'm going to minimize my trading view. There we go. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to pop up. Add. We're going to add a screen capture. Okay. Sorry guys, give me a sec. That's not what I want. Okay, we're gonna show TradeZella, Safari. I only see one for Safari. Okay, whatever. I think that's good enough. I think you guys can see it. Okay, so what I want to go over here is, yeah, okay, back to this is not me bragging, but this is like my aha moment. I've never had a month like this. This is like the coolest. And I'm calling my friend today. I'm like, what does this mean? Is this like a pivotal moment? Like that I'm having a month like this. So it's very interesting. I'm getting a little sweaty too. I've got these studio lights here, but I didn't feel like there was an aha moment. Like this month, we're already at like the 12th. Like there wasn't, yesterday I wasn't like, yes, I've got this. Like it was just today that I'm like going through my TradeZella and I'm just like, wow, like what is going on? What is this? And I'm incredibly excited. There's not like a rage of emotions. It's not like overflowing. It's just a very, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I don't have a Lambo, Jordan. But this is the best month I've ever had. I mean, and we're only on the 12th. So to be honest with you, it's already messing with my psychology. I almost don't even want to trade for the rest of the month. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very interesting. It's a big deal. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate you. It's I don't know what to say. It's very cool. I'm excited for myself, but there's not like this like overflowing of emotions. There's not like this adrenaline, and it wasn't like a light bulb went off. It wasn't like a switch where I was like, yep, I got it. Got an aha moment. Things are clicking. Like, no, it just like, it kind of crept up on me. I was like, wait a minute. I had to make sure. I was like, wait, is the math in here? Is this right? So it was very exciting. It was incredibly exciting. So it was very cool. But yes, so that was, long story short, that was what I wanted to talk about in my aha moment. There wasn't one. And I guess it just comes. Yeah, you're following your rules. Yeah, the aha moment never comes. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. And you would know. So thank you, Andy. It's just like, the consistency happens. I don't know, you have less emotions. You start doing the same thing over and over again. You would think, like, I've been doing the same thing for 8 freaking years. Now, give and take, like, the first 3 years, there was inconsistency. I wasn't as into trading. Something that I also like to talk about is that I think my motivation for trading and my discipline at the beginning wasn't as good as most. Like, some people can probably find consistency within a year. Dave, there's my affiliate link. I got it in my thing already. But some people will find consistency. They could probably find consistency within like a year, I feel like. Realistically, I think in a year. But my uncle taught me how to trade for free. To be honest, I never ever thought in a million years I'd be into trading. I was like an athlete at the time. I was a sponsored athlete. I was, traveling to Milan and racing bikes and stuff. I didn't ever think that I would be into trading. And to be honest, my view of trading was like Wolf of Wall Street, kind of stock market floor. I was just like, I don't even fit here. Like, this doesn't even make sense. But he taught me, and it didn't take but like years afterwards for me to actually be serious about it. Like, yes, I simulated for a year and I traded for a while and I'd be on and off with it. But like when I actually got consistent and I was like, okay, I'm going to be serious about that, then I, found my consistency. But it's different when you invest your own like hard-earned money into learning, or like you invest your actual time, time away from time that you could be making money. So it's different. I think I absolutely took my first 3 years of trading like for granted, for sure. I wasn't as motivated. I wasn't as disciplined. I got my information for free. So there was definitely like a learning curve for me just because I didn't have that extra motivation. I'm not close to where my uncle is yet. He's making like this number in like singular trades, but I definitely hope to get there one day. Okay, bye. Bye, Andy. Thank you for hanging out. This was awesome. All right, let's see what else we got. Yeah, you got to be dedicated to it. But I wonder if there's anything else that I wanted to touch on tonight. Did you lose a lot of money in the beginning? Oh yeah. So when I made my transition from simulated to live, oh man, I talked about this a few times. Actually, you'd probably have to go pretty far back in my YouTube or my Instagram shorts, reels, whatever you call them. But I talked a little bit about this. So, and I'll tell you guys the story. So when I first went live, I'd been simulating for a year. Like, first of all, the amount of like adrenaline or like buildup that it takes to finally go live, like it's an immense, transition. It's a crazy change. You're going from fake freaking money to real live money. So I made that transition, went from simulated to live. I got burned. I got smacked. It hurt. It was painful. Lost money. I had to humble myself and go back to simulating. And there's nothing like it. I specifically remember I was in San Diego. I went back in bed and I cried for a while because I knew that I had to go back to simulating because I just didn't have it down yet. So that was a pretty shitty day. I remember that vividly. What team did you race for? I raced for a few teams. One was called Unknown. Did not help them at all. When I would tell people, they'd be like, no, but like, who is it? It's unknown. It's mysterious. No, it's called Unknown. And then the other team I raced for was Heavy Pedal. Punny. But I did races. They were called Red Hook Crits, and it's fixed gear criteriums. Incredibly dangerous. No brakes. But it was an awesome time in my life. I miss racing. I do. I'm gonna be totally honest. I miss it. TradeZella any good? Oh, it's incredible. Oh my God. It is absolutely incredible. TradeZella? Huh. Okay, so I had, first of all, having the discipline to actually physically journal each and every trade is nearly impossible. It takes an incredible amount of discipline to place your trade, and then, to be honest, there's probably, let me see if I can find them. Hold on. I've had this journal for a very long time. The very first page I will read to you guys. This is probably like 4 or 5 years ago. It says, today I decided to finally break in this journal. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I just closed out a trade, E-Micro Gold, in 2019. Okay. For a whopping loss of $1,630. That puts me at a total down of $7,000. And then I wrote the word fuck really big. So yeah, I took some losses for sure. I forgot what I was looking. Oh, I was trying to see if I ever decided to journal my trades. But regardless, journaling them physically or digitally is incredibly hard. So I have my broker synced to TradeZella. So all of my data, all of my stats gets pushed in there automatically. Now, having the discipline to go back and, you know, kind of break down each one of those trades requires less discipline, but a little bit more. So like journaling my emotions, how I felt about that trade, what the setup was like, those, I think it's just incredible. I'm a huge advocate for journaling your trades. Ooh, Dave wants to know what my favorite car is. I actually wrote it down. It changes often, but my current favorite car, it's a Ferrari, obviously. But God, it's so beautiful. It was like this British racing green. And it was like not quite a wagon. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay, it's called a GTC4 Lusso Verde. Man, that thing is nice. I guess the verde means green. Do you connect your accounts directly to TradeZella? Yes, I do. I'm worried about it being safe. I'll be honest, I didn't even consider that. Hope it's safe. I'm pretty sure it's safe. Is Plus 500 a good platform? I have no idea what that is. Pitchforks or reversals? I believe are those patterns. I don't trade based on chart patterns. I don't trade Forex. I did at one point. I didn't give it much of an effort. I traded it for only a few months and then found huge success in futures, so I've just stuck to futures. I don't base my trades on like the candle patterns or chart patterns. It is just trend lines and support and resistance. All right, it's 12:06 in the morning. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. So, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. I mean, I spent today answering a lot of questions. I mean, usually I have a topic and I will just keep going. I will take that topic down to the, I don't know what I'm saying here, but I usually I have a topic and I will just rant through it. Today I decided to spend a little bit of time in the comments. Also, the comments are getting better. They're not inappropriate or annoying or mean, so it's so much easier to interact with or engage with my community when I get comments like these. These are incredible. You guys were encouraging, motivating. You had incredibly insightful, not basic questions. I think this was an awesome live stream. So thank you guys. I am gonna get off here now. It's been fun and it's been real. And it's been real fun. So thank you guys. Thank you for that. I'm getting off now. Wow, this was an incredibly long live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was cool. This was fun. Thank you guys. That was a great night. All right, I'm gonna hang out, go to bed. Wish I went to Bar Taco tonight, but I did not. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Bye, guys.